Got a weird one for you today, my children. Few stories combine with all of the stuff that's in this one. Satan 6.
So, first of all, these are characters from a short-lived shared universe invented by Jack Kirby himself, known as the Kirbyverse. In fact, Kirby himself did some of the artwork in the first issue along with the cover.
And frankly, he should have done more for it because, yeesh.
Behold our 5 main protagonists. Brian Blue Dragon, a former knight in King Arthur's employ, whose arrogance got him thrown from Camelot. Desira, a ditzy Babylonian would-be temptress. The mighty hunter Kuga, who actually loves animals and therefore does not kill any. Mad scientist Dr. Mordius. And finally, Hardluck Harrigan, a former bookie and gambler. What brings these 5 together? Well, for starters, they're all dead. What's worse, they have all, for one reason or another, pledged their souls to Satan in a contract. Ah, but the thing is that contract law is complicated, and heaven has decided that their cases are unique enough so as not to warrant eternal damnation. And thus, for hundreds, if not thousands of years, the 5 have been in purgatory, as heaven and hell have argued their case about who should receive their souls. Brian Blue Dragon, however, has finally grown too impatient of this existence, and thus demands to be freed by hell's representative, Commodius. The thing is, the 5 don't actually care which side gets their souls at this point. They just want out. And thus Commodius comes up with a little scheme. The 5 shall head to Earth along with a demon named Frightful, and they must make people on Earth surrender their souls into contracts, much like themselves, and hell will be happy to take them.
The concept seems fine enough on its own, my children. Certainly worthy of placement in the Longbox of the Damned. But, here's where things really start getting weird.
Our narrator is Frightful's opposite number from heaven, named Pristine, and she is an angel, guardian first class of the comic book division.
What, my children? Do you think that just because I have a hellish box of comics, that such 4-color stories are strictly the domain of darker forces?
Pristine breaks the fourth wall a lot, but not in a Deadpool kind of way where she's constantly cracking jokes. It's mostly for the benefit of the audience and saying things like, "We need to give the writer and artist a break" kind of thing. But yes, she is there to try to bring Satan 6 over to the side of light. Their first efforts relate to a professor of archaeology who has uncovered an odd insect-like sarcophagus, the gateway for a powerful creature named Calazar to emerge and bring death and destruction with it. The professor sells his soul to destroy the sarcophagus, since normal humans will not believe him about the danger they face. But of course the demons cheat him and Calazar emerges. With the help of Pristine and some bug spray, they're able to defeat Calazar, although since Frightful reneged on the contract by not giving him the right incantation to stop Calazar, and they helped save the world, the team technically failed. A straightforward enough tale as it is, but then the next issue features Lloyd Kaufman from Trauma Studios. Yes, he recruits Quasimodo, the actual Quasimodo from the Hunchback of Notre Dame, to join in on his latest outing from the disgusting schlock factory of trauma, as Quasimodo seeks out Desira. It would seem that while both were in limbo, they started a bit of a relationship, and having heard that she got out of limbo, Quasimodo had escaped so that he might join with her again. Satan 6 are sent to retrieve him, but Pristine steps in, saying that Quasimodo's own time in limbo was almost up, and since his actions were all in the name of love, he will get to be put in heaven should he desire. But he elects to stay on Earth, and in showbiz.
Honestly, the most unrealistic part of this whole scenario is that a trauma movie got a premiere at Man's Chinese Theater.
It is the final issue, though, that should make your jaw drop, my children. For if Lloyd Kaufman seems like an odd guest star, then you'll never believe who shows up in the last issue of Satan 6. Jason Voorhees. No impersonator, not some stand-in for Jason. Freaking Jason. Yes, Topps Comics had the license for Jason Goes to Hell the final Friday and did an adaptation of the movie, while also having him cameo in the first few pages of Satan 6.
So far, this comic has had demons, fourth wall breaking angels of comics, people from various time periods, an alien bug from another dimension, Lloyd Kaufman, Quasimodo, and Jason Voorhees. And we're not even over yet, my children!
Jason's appearance comes about because Commodious decides to replace Frightful with a better team leader than him, and he picks Jason. True to form, Jason does not even seem to acknowledge any of this and simply attacks them before being whisked away for parts unknown.
So this is what happened to Jason after he got pulled into hell at the end of that movie? I guess Freddy Krueger had to file some paperwork or something before he could enact his own plan.
And after Jason is taken care of, Satan 6 are sent off to collect the soul they are owed. A man who gave up his soul for money and power, but must surrender it at the age of 100. He's still in good shape regardless of that age, and he and his friends fight off Satan 6, only to reveal that he is actually an old friend of the team's own Hard Luck Harrigan. Harrigan isn't very pleased with him, since he believes he abandoned him on their last caper, but the man thinks it's the other way around, that Harrigan abandoned him before he was shot down. As such, he took the money and power meant for his soul, inspired by the loss of Harry, and used it to only do good. He gave it away, he helped people, did charity work, that sort of thing. Frightful still wants to honor the contract, but here's where we get one last unbelievable cameo, my children. Wolf and Bird, Counselors of the Macabre!
Yes, it seems Topps actually printed some Wolf and Bird stories, including a backup story in one of Satan 6's issues. So those beloved lawyers we haven't talked about in a while have an appearance here. In the same issue as Jason Voorhees!
Inspecting the contract, it seems there's a typo on it. Soul is spelled like sole of a shoe. While Frightful is unhappy at this development and still wants to pursue it, Pristine says that with all his charity work he's done with the money, he's still got a pretty free ride into heaven as it is. Despite Harry seeming to still be pissed off at the man though, it's soon revealed that he had actually altered the contract when he got a chance to, having saved his old friend, and is now happy to just hang out with his new ones.
Satan 6 is bizarre, my children. The artwork is its weakest points, but in some ways it does match the utter insanity of its contents.